Right guys, so following on from our last video, which was about fitting these two new cluster lights to the rear of the car, we're back on the rear and we're back with electrics. It's going to be a quick video, but we're going to be fitting a Anderson plug to the rear. So originally, if you watch back to many videos ago, we built a rear winch bumper for the L200. So we've got these two big heavy duty battery cables running to the main battery at the front. So rather than just strip all this out, because we're not having a rear winch on this vehicle, we thought we'll find another use for them. And what we're going to do is we're going to fit and mount an Anderson plug on the back here, which fits just basically nice, kind of snugly behind or just to the side of the spare tyre. And we're going to get some jump leads and stick the other end of the Anderson plug on the end of those jump leads. So should the vehicle need jump starting, or should I need to jump start somebody else, rather than messing about undoing the bush cables and getting to the actual bonnet, to the battery there, I can simply grab that, plug it in there, and then we can hook up and either have a boost or jump another vehicle. So today we're going to show you how to properly crimp terminals, or basically the end terminals, onto these battery cables. Spares.
What do you know then? What make a good set of leads?
Well, I was thinking if it had gone further back, I might have had enough to do between the battery and the canopy when we do it. But let's make sure I've got enough to get those on. So pretty much take this right the way back, can't I?
Mm-hmm. I just dragged it all through.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. So quite a fair bit
nearly an inch, 25 mil
so,
at least, aren't they?
Okay. Right guys, so we've got a sleeve on to protect it, and we're going to basically now crimp our terminals on to each end with a handy tool that Paul happens to have.
So what we can do, crimp them down to 50 mil first.
Yeah, so these are 25 mil squared cable. We'll crimp it down to 50 first, because just looking at this, it's the first time I've actually had an opportunity to use this, because it's pretty much only for heavy duty stuff, isn't it? We've had smaller stuff that we've tried in the past and it's actually too big for.
That one. Are we on?
No, a bit further. That's it.
Yep.
Yep. That's it.
And do you want to go a bit smaller on the crimp?
Yeah, let's try
Next
it.
size down.
So it's 25, I suppose. Or do you want to do the other one first, rather than, and then we'll swap that over and go smaller.
Yeah, there's still movement in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that one. Go down to the next size down. Can I put your finger in there?
Not really.
No? Sure.
Yeah.
It's not coming off now.
Yeah, pretty sure that's something good, isn't it?
That's definitely got it.
Oh. You start with 25 this time, or do the 50?
Yeah,
reckon?
35.
35.
These are 35.
Right.
So we'll do the next one 35. You on?
Yep. There we go. That's it, guys. Well and truly crimped. Those are not going anywhere. I do this on a much smaller scale when I'm doing the lights. They'll only click in one way, and when they're in, they ain't ever coming out.
Oh, that's gone all the way up. Not quite. There you go.
It's in. Well, so much for that rubber boot. That didn't last that well. Right. There we go. Next step is we're going to rivet it to there. Well, that boot might have held up a bit better.
Yeah, it's not very good though,
No.
is it? It'll still keep the water out of it though.
Well, I think I might just, you know what, snip it off just round there and then just fucking take.
Yeah, the back
At
end.
the moment it's just more of a trap, isn't it? To actually just sort of feed water into it.
Single-handed riveted. Next time is to put the ring on first.
Yeah, I just want to see which way it was
That's it.
Step 2.
Oh, more
Beer.
More beer. We definitely work better with beer.
Jump leads. What we're going to do with these, we're going to chop crocodile clips off and replace them with our part 2 of our Anderson plug. So we've got crocodile clips on the far end, Anderson plug on this end, so for me I just need to basically plug that in and then connect the clips up to either Paul's battery or whoever should need a jump, or vice versa of course.
How dare you offend Fanny Crank Handle? There's a beer in shot, that's perfect.
Perfect. Right.
Right, just in case you couldn't see while we were working outside because the light wasn't that good. I think this is a 17-ton hydraulic crimper. And basically, you don't want to put your finger in it. You'll be offended. Yeah?
Yeah. Crimp away. There you go, guys. Don't know why I'm looking at the LCD screen. I apologise. I need to remember to look into the lens, but you can see
Otherwise
that.
he doesn't know where he's actually
Yeah.
holding it in front of the camera.
That ain't coming off. Right.
I mean, if you wanted, you could double crimp them, but they're not going to need it. I mean, that's now one piece of metal. So, same again, bang it in the crimper, make sure it's turned off. Roughly the same position. I mean, these crimpers are great. I mean, you don't use them that often, but
No.
when you need them.
This is 25mm square gauge, isn't it? And that's about the smallest size on this thing, isn't it? Everything else is
Yeah, it
bigger
goes
than
up
that.
to 300.
Yeah. So yeah, we thought we'd be able to use it when we did the battery charging, didn't we, for the auxiliary battery? But all that cable wasn't heavy enough to use. So this is the first time I've actually got a chance to use it.
I'm just trying to think how much that was. It was like 20 something odd quid off
Yeah.
eBay.
So worth it for the job to make sure you don't.
Just to have in your workshop, that is a great bit of kit, and you can tell by the writing that it was made somewhere not here. It's made of
But
top.
it's done the job.
It's made of top quality Chinesium.
Which way do you put these? Up or down? These go in a specific way, guys. So it's
Yeah, there's a little hook on that side,
yeah, which is
and that
to the
goes
base.
over the tab. Once it's locked in, it's locked in.
Yeah, so that way. And there's a plus and a minus.
No, other way up.
Other way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, here it goes, as it goes over. Just keep pushing. That's it.
That's it. That way was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Aha.
And I'm going back to the beer.
That's it. Right, we're going to take you outside, guys, and show you actually how this now works. Right guys, so then basically when you want to use your booster cables, all I need to do now is I'm in and go and connect these up. So again, just a little bit simpler than messing around under the hood of the car. We're also going to use some Anderson plugs so that when we actually fit the canopy, I'm going to have a basically separate fuse board inside the vehicle. It's going to operate most of the lights, because most of the lights are going to be running from switches obviously inside the actual vehicle. But I'm going to have then a separate fuse board inside the canopy, which is going to run various things that will be working inside the canopy, such as the fridge, lighting inside the canopy, probably even a TV screen so that we can watch Raptor's Garage when we get bored and entertain the girls of an evening. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously connect up my power from the auxiliary battery, which we're going to keep where we originally put it, which is under where the back seat used to be, and I'll connect it up with an Anderson plug so that we can unconnect it basically and take off the canopy when we want to do different things we don't need it on. So quick video guys, just to show you how to use one of the battery crimpers, terminal crimpers, and the reason that we're using these Anderson plugs.